Have you ever wondered if the moon rotates? Let's find out on today's video on Documentify TV. The moon, our closest celestial neighbor, has intrigued humans for millennia, but its movements are often misunderstood. Some believe the moon doesn't rotate, as we always see the same face, but is this just a common misconception? Does the moon, in fact, rotate just like our Earth does? We're about to embark on a journey through the cosmos, unraveling the truths hidden among the stars. Today, we'll explore the fascinating world of celestial mechanics to answer this question. To answer this, we need to understand two basic terms, rotation and revolution. Let's first take rotation. Imagine a spinning top. It twirls around an imaginary line running through its center. This line is what we call the axis. So when we say something rotates, we mean it's spinning around its own axis, just like that top. Now let's move on to revolution. Picture a dog chasing its tail. The dog is like an object, and its tail is like another object. The dog moves in a path around its tail. This is what we call revolution. It spins on its own axis, completing one rotation every 24 hours. That's an Earth day. At the same time, Earth also travels in a path around the Sun, completing one revolution every 365 days. That's a year. So, with these definitions in mind, does the moon rotate on its axis, or does it only revolve around the Earth? In actuality, the moon does both. Yes, you heard it right. The moon rotates, and it also revolves around the Earth. However, it does so in a unique manner known as synchronous rotation. Now, what does that mean? Picture a ballerina spinning on one foot while simultaneously moving in a circle around a central point. That's what the moon is doing, just on a cosmic scale. It's spinning on its axis, which is the imaginary line running from its north to its south pole. At the same time, it's also moving in a circular path around the Earth. But here's the fascinating part. The moon takes the same amount of time to rotate once on its axis as it does to complete one orbit around the Earth. This period is about 27.3 days, and because of this perfect timing, we on Earth always see the same face of the moon. Imagine the ballerina again. If she were spinning in perfect sync with her circular movement, you'd always see the same side of her as she dances around the room. This, my friends, is what we call synchronous rotation. It's a cosmic dance of precision and timing that results in the same lunar face always greeting us in the night sky. This phenomenon, known as synchronous rotation, gives the illusion that the moon is not rotating. But now, you know better. But why do we only ever see one side of the moon if it's rotating? You may ask. Well, here's where things get interesting. The moon does indeed rotate, but it also revolves around the Earth. What's fascinating is that the moon takes the same amount of time to complete one rotation on its axis as it does to complete one revolution around the Earth. This phenomenon is known as synchronous rotation. Because of this synchronization, the moon always presents the same face to us here on Earth. It's not that the moon is static or stationary, it's just that its rotation and revolution are perfectly timed to make it seem so. However, this doesn't mean we can't see the far side of the moon. Thanks to lunar libration, a slight wobble in the moon's rotation, we can catch glimpses of about 58% of the moon's surface over time. So it's not that the moon doesn't rotate, it's that its rotation is synchronized with its revolution. So to answer our initial question, let's take a moment to recap our lunar exploration. The moon isn't just hanging motionless in the sky, it's spinning on its own axis just like the Earth. This spinning or rotation takes about 27.3 days to complete, which is the same amount of time it takes for the moon to orbit or revolve around our planet. This is no mere coincidence, but a phenomenon known as synchronous rotation. Because of this perfectly timed dance, the moon always presents the same face to us. This led to the misconception that the moon doesn't rotate, when in fact it does. It's just that its rotation and revolution are so perfectly synchronized that we always see the same side. So next time you gaze up at the moon, remember, it's not just sitting there, it's dancing a perfectly synchronized ballet with our home planet. With that being said, and concluding today's video, join the discussion in the comments section. We would love to hear from you. Until then, see you in our next video.